Hi, Solly, how are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Well, congratulations on the film, first of all.
Thank you.
What was it about the script and the character that made you say yes to this?
Um, yeah, so the script itself was a huge factor in terms of saying yes to the project. It was a fantastic script. I read it all the way through from start to finish and was kind of shocked by the scale of the character that Vigo wanted me to look at as well, Weston. I didn't realize how much he was in of the movie when it first kind of came to me with the idea. And also the character, I mean, he's a complete psychopath.
Hmm.
And that's always going to be kind of fun or a challenge at least to try and play. And again, Vigo himself and Vicky were both huge factors in me wanting to do the film as well. I mean, getting a chance to work with them is kind of once in a lifetime,
Hmm.
kind of
Yeah,
opportunity.
and how was it to play to have because you have a lot of scenes with Vicky. So how
Yeah.
was it to act with her?
I mean, she's just everything she does is like a masterclass, pretty much. I mean, she makes it look so easy as well, which is just really irritating because it looks like she's not even trying and she's just phenomenal. Yeah, Vicky, as a person on screen and off, we got on incredibly well.
Hmm.
Sorry, on screen we definitely didn't get on well. Off screen we got on well.
Yeah.
Um, but we had a really good time, and we would sometimes there was a couple of times I went over to where she was staying. Um, when we weren't filming to rehearse some scenes that we had together, and she would
Mhm.
help me, with ideas, and we would just flash out these scenes and stuff beforehand. So she really was great and helped me a lot, and I learned a lot from her for sure. And
Mhm.
she would take the time to make sure that what we were doing was going to be good fun and good.
And did that also help, especially with like well, the rape scene? Because obviously you don't, as an audience, you don't see much, but it's
Yeah,
clear what has happened.
yeah, for sure. I mean, sorry, what was the question? Was that?
Yeah, if that helped, like your connection, like if she,
Oh, for
like,
sure, yeah,
yeah.
for sure. The fact that we filmed that kind of, I think halfway through filming maybe, and the fact that we had time to get to know each other just as Solly and Vicky before was a big help, comfortability wise,
Mhm.
because it is like a touchy subject, and it was tense on set while we were filming it, but I think all for good reasons. Everyone was just trying to make sure that Vicky was comfortable, that I was comfortable even, and yeah, it felt very safe, and I think we kind of understood just what we had to do, and we understood that it was necessary, I think, for the film and for the characters to develop. So it worked out well.
Mhm.
No sense being all alone on a night like this.
I am fine, Mr. Jeffries.
You most certainly are.
And how is then the physical transformation for you? Because like you have a beard and it's like the not very nice clothes, and yeah, how is that?
That was great fun. I mean, I just got to grow I don't think I'd ever grown my beard out before, so I didn't know how I didn't know how ginger it was. So that was fun,
Oh, so it
realizing.
was real. It wasn't like fake or
Oh no,
anything.
it was
Oh,
real.
okay,
The beard is real. Yeah,
that's
it's less patchy now, I swear. But yeah, it was fun, kind of getting to let loose. And the makeup was amazing. We had a fantastic makeup team, and our costumes that Anne Dixon created as well, like Western. I just kind of put it on, and I immediately felt powerful, which really
okay.
helped with the character. I think costume's a big thing because it can change how you move. Like I could put a costume on and be like, oh, I can't walk how I wanted to walk before because the shoes don't let me so much. So it really helps getting to put stuff on early
Mhm.
in the right rehearsal process for sure.
And where did you guys film? Was it like a set you guys built, or some, or the people found, or a
Yeah,
mixture
so
too?
we filmed. The film was shot entirely in Mexico and parts of Canada.
Mhm.
I never went to Canada. I think they shot in British Columbia, but I'm not certain. And then Durango, Mexico.
Mhm.
Um, we shot on one of John Wayne's old ranches, which was fitting and amazing, kind of to be in this legendary space. And I think there was part of the set was kind of already built, but the set designers and stuff, kind of spent weeks, tearing stuff down and rebuilding and making it out flats, basically, which is where the village that we filmed in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it then for you to step into the saloon for the very first time?
Yeah, that was great. I stepped in while they were still building it. And there was, I guess there was like shelves with like the old whiskey bottles up on the top as well. And there was the piano. And I think I was there with Raphael, who plays Claudio. And he kind of went over and he was like, "Oh, this is the piano I'm going to be playing." And he started playing on the piano the first time he walked in. It was like, "Oh, this is all very real. This is going to be cool." And then like a couple of weeks later, we were filming in there. So it was really cool.
Nice. So there was some piano playing in between takes then? Or only before?
Sure, yeah. Sure. I never got on the piano. Maybe once or twice, but never when there was anyone there. But there were, yeah, well, there were a few scenes where he was playing piano. And they didn't really end well for him, unfortunately, but it was good fun. It was nice having music in the scene while you were filming it, because usually they add it in. So having that, diegetic music while you're acting is helpful for the tone of the saloon as well, especially.
Yeah. And do you think that also like enhances your performance as well when you hear it? Does it makes it all a bit more big?
It just makes everything lively. I mean, music, it just immediately kind of brings the energy up for everyone. So it really helped with those scenes.
And was the Western genre already a genre you were familiar with, or was it the first time you were able to like immerse yourself into this?
Yeah, first time for me immersing myself into it for sure. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd dress up as a cowboy and stuff, but I was never like into the films, because also when I was growing up, there weren't many Western films being made. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of access, I thought anyway. And then when I started doing the prep for it, Vigo sent me a whole load of films to watch. And kind of, he had ideas about some that we might use this idea for this character or whatever. So he'd done his immense amounts of prep for it, basically. And I got into it then, for sure.
And which films were like, if you can remember, which some of the films were on the list?
There were a few that stuck with me. The Oxbow incident was quite an interesting one. It was kind of slightly different from the classic, Western. There was kind of more of a story to it. It reminded me of like 12 Angry Men, that kind of court case, but set in a Western area genre. And then there was Red River, which was a great one. Bad Company as well, which is Jeff Bridges. I think it was 1973 film. And that was great, seeing like following like a group of young people kind of on the run in that film. And there were some characters that Vigo wanted me to look at for my own performances as Western, and think like maybe he was like some of these guys when he was a kid and stuff like that. So it was interesting.
Nice. And it's having a director like Vigo, who is like clearly very passionate about the thing that he's going to make much more helpful than, I don't know how other directors do it, but it's a different thing than what most of the time happens.
Yeah, I think it was great that, I mean, obviously, Vigo, he has done everything with this film. He's in it, he's done the music, he's written it, he's directed it. So yeah, it was great having a director that really knew what they wanted in the film. But also, that being said, there was some times on set where things would change and other actors would have ideas, and it would work. And Vigo was very open to kind of discussing things like this and saying, well, how about this? And for my character as well, because he's so kind of unhinged, it was quite nice having the freedom to, play around with stuff in the scene, whether it was one of the supporting artists or, grabbing a bottle of whiskey off the side. It was just stuff like that. And he was very open to it. He was like, yeah, just go and be crazy.
Okay.
That's for you to be here now.
And I was wondering how you prepare for like the more physical scenes, like when you have to punch someone. Is it just him saying go, or is it just like, do you guys rehearse or?
Yeah, no, we definitely, just go and punch him. No, we definitely rehearse. We had a stunt coordinator and the stunt team and a weapons team and everything. So it was all very safe and like done properly, which is what you want, for every film set. But yeah, I mean, there were really intense scenes. And it was always, it was horrible being horrible, especially to these people that I really liked, in like real life, we all get on and we are friends. So it's always that dynamic. And in between cuts, I would try and kind of step out of Western as much as I could. to like make sure that everyone was good, that I'd just beaten up, you know, and give them a hug or something without getting blood on me. Yeah.
And do you think you prefer like playing like a bad character, or like do you think you prefer like a good guy, or it doesn't really matter?
I don't think it matters. I think I'd like to have a range,
Okay.
you know, good and bad. So I definitely don't want to just be playing bad people all the time. So hopefully for my next couple of projects, I'm somewhat good.
Okay.
But we'll see. You never know. Work is work. Like, we'll see.
Okay. Speaking of the next projects, I think it's gonna be my last question. Do you already have some projects coming up or lined up?
Yeah, I have a couple of other projects out this year. A very lovely indie film called Last Swim, which premiered at Berlin Film Festival earlier this year. It did incredibly well. I think it won the Crystal Bear there for its category. So I'm not sure when that is released exactly, but it will be later on this year. And a project called William Tell that was shot out in Italy last year, which has a fantastic cast, obviously set and based around the archer in the 1500s in Switzerland. So that as well is fun. And there were more horses as well. I got to ride horses in that as well. Sounds good.
Oh, nice. So you take the experience from this one to the next.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I know how to ride a horse. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for this interview, and good luck with the rest of your projects in this film, obviously, as well.
Thank you. Okay. Nice to meet you. Take care.
You too. Bye.
No, wait! Damn you, Weston! God damn!
So where are you from, Vivian?
It's a very long story.
I have plenty of time.
Why did you go to San Francisco?
To see the end of the world.
This is it? No flowers, no garden at all. You live like a dog.
A happy dog.
You're still a dog.
Can I have your attention? We need volunteers who want to fight to save the Union. We're looking for men of honor.
I'm thinking about enlisting.
This is not your country.
It's the right thing to do.
We have a life together now. It is only beginning.
No sense being all alone on a night like this.
I am fine, Mr. Jeffries.
You most certainly are.
It makes no sense for you to be here now.
Is there gonna be a problem, Mr. Schiller?
I don't believe so, Alfred. I shouldn't have left.
I never wanted to be saved.